Hello everyone, and this is Venom Geek here, and today we are doing the first of hopefully many Bionicle MOC vlogs. So today we're going to start off with kind of my first major MOC and custom build, Roxanna Roodaka. So just a quick rundown on kind of the story behind this MOC. So essentially, this is, it's in the name, Roodaka with a revamp. It is one of her descendants, because of obviously she was quite rich and powerful on Zia, because she climbed the mountain and came down alone, and so she had a lot of money and had some, and we can probably guess had some descendants. So this is one of them, and she partakes in most of those character traits in the post-Matoran universe kind of timeline. So it's after the Matoran universe. So let's just get right into it. So custom build, obviously modelled on Roodaka. In this video I'm going to give some of the pros, some of the cons, just kind of see what bits I like, give a bit of self-critique, and also ask for your thoughts. So let's just start off, shall we? So we can see here she shares quite a few commonalities. She's got the Visorak feet on her legs, a sort of armour, and she obviously has the Vaki head with a modification. That's very similar. In terms of that, we then also have a few other kind of resemblances to the previous character, to the original Roodaka. Obviously this is not the same character, it is a different character, but she's going to share traits. So, high heels. These I really like, they increase her height. She's already quite tall, but these really increase her height, and they look really cool. They're really pointed, so you can kind of imagine her almost using them as weapons, just kind of in like a kicking motion. So that's a good pro, I like it, and it fits with her colour scheme. She has a consistent colour scheme consisting of dark blue, silver, gunmetal, grey, and with some light blue highlights, and it all fits together. And also that kind of, I would arguably say that the blue pins are not a con, because they fit with her colour scheme. And also some black as well. So it's a very dark colour scheme. It's still very clearly villainous. She's still very clearly a bad guy. And she communicates this really well. Also a female character, and I'll run through how I built her later. So we also have her legs a bit thicker, kind of, because otherwise they look a bit thin. Consistent colour scheme. Articulation is good, standard points. And a sort of an extra, really strong pro is she has torso articulation. It's kind of difficult to see, but she can, move her back toward torso forward and backwards. Now this doesn't seem like a particularly good feature, but trust me, you really miss it when it's not there. You really miss it when it's not there. It makes posing so good. So it's a very good way. It does kind of depend on how much weight you're willing to put on that joint though. So in terms of the build, it's pretty custom, but it's pretty simple. The main odd bit is the torso. The rest is all pretty standard. Critically, if you want to build this or in this style, you will need upper Roxy limbs. Those are so critical because it's a very weird connection that they don't really cater to in later on Bionicle. So in terms of the torso, it's very self-explanatory. Lower Vaki torso piece, hand piece, upper Vaki torso piece, so not torso piece, lower Vaki leg piece. Now you can do this with any leg piece. You could do it with that, you could do it with that, you know, any or. I specifically chose that one. Now this does create a problem, specifically with Roxanna, because her head is on a bit of a weird connection. It's connected through a handpiece here to her shoulder, and it does look, here from side on, it does look a bit weird. And so you have that. The issue with that is that obviously you then end up with an open ball because the Vaki head itself is on a ball joint. So it's incompatible, unfortunately. That does create a bit of a problem. So if you want to swap it out, I don't know, or you can just use a newer headpiece. That would work as well. So, and then I just connected a Toametru upper leg piece to the back, and it was really simple. And then you just put the arms in sockets. That's where the Roxy limbs come in crucially. So the pros: consistent colour scheme, hair pieces, great detailing. I love the detailing. Just a really solid look. Great posability, but there are cons. So yeah, also her weapon really looks dynamic with the rest of her. Cons though, so as I previously mentioned, the odd look from side on, because as you can see from side on, her head kind of is a bit far back. It looks odd. Second of all, again, it's to do with the same connection. Is because of the way the connection is, you can't actually move the arm forwards and backwards very much. I mean, you can move it a bit, but not as much as if that was a ball joint. It was the other way around. You move up and down tons, up and down, but not much else. So it's kind of a mixed bag. I couldn't think of any other way to doing it. If you guys can, I'm sure you probably can. Please tell me in the comments. Any other cons? Stability. Yeah, stability, because of course high heels, as in real life, lower stability. It's essentially 3 points that connect to the ground. The point there, the point there, and the point there. And that's it. So, yeah, it's fairly stable, but it does take a bit to pose. She does take a bit to pose. Any other cons? I would say there are a few places that break the colour scheme. That in there, that actually maybe looks a bit gappy. I also would say, any other cons? Oh yeah, the ball joint is a bit weak. That arm keeps flopping because of the weight of the weapon. Of course, if you take one blade and you can put it on the other, it looks pretty sick. So, you know, that can be counteracted. Her head, like I say, looks awkward. There's not the articulation sometimes gets in the way. Her jaw can sometimes drop if the pieces get loose up there. But overall, as a MOC, I'm fairly satisfied with it. I think she's a really good MOC. She looks really good. She has a great look about her. Looks clearly, she looks evil. She looks like a cool female villain. And I just like the whole look and aesthetic with her. So, there we go. I will put some photos up, do some posing photos in a second and put them on the video at the end. Just to really show you what you can do with this whole torso build with the ball joint, because it really is incredible. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. There are more MOCs on the way, and I will see you guys in the next video.